Hello my lovelies! I want to read you a story today which is called The Boy Who Cried Wolf by Jess, Stockham. Let's begin. There was once a small boy who looked after the village sheep up in the summer pasture, even though he didn't always feel like it. "Do I have to?" he asked the villagers. "Yes, otherwise the wolf will get the sheep," said the villagers. "You're the best shepherd we have. We can't trust anyone else as much as we trust you." There's some children playing hide and seek over here. And the summer pasture. And look, there's a sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4 sheep. "It's not fair," cried the boy. "I want to stay and play with my friends here in the village. There's nothing to do up in the mountain. It's so boring." "Take a book," replied the villagers, "or your flute, or a paintbrush." "They're all boring too," whined the boy, as he sat up off on the hill behind the sheep. The days were long, and the boy had nothing to do apart from watching the sheep. "I wish I'd brought some books," he thought, "or my flute." He tried to play tag with the rabbits, but they were too quick for him and hid in their holes. He tried to climb with the goats, but they were too nimble. He tried to talk to sheep, but they were too busy eating the lush summer grass. Bah, bah. One morning, the boy looked down the valley and heard the distant laughter of the other children as they played on the village green. "I'm so lonely," he thought. "If I only could make them all come up here. Suppose I pretended a wolf was after the sheep. That would make them come." Without further ado, the boy got to the feet and shouted at the top of his voice, "Wolf! Wolf!" He watched with glee as the villagers and their children ran from the houses and up the steep and rocky slopes towards him. They finally arrived, panting and dripping with sweat. "Are you all right?" they asked. "What happened? What happened to the wolf?" "I'm fine," answered the boy, grinning. "I shouted and it ran away." "It might come back," they replied. "We'll stay for a while to make sure everything is safe." The boy had a lovely time playing with his friends in the sun, but eventually they all went home, so he had to say goodbye. It seemed even quieter the next day. The boy was very, very bored. He climbed up a tree. He juggled with some pebbles. He threw sticks in the stream. He made a daisy chain. Before long, however, he could bear it no longer. He called down to the village at the top of his lungs. "Wolf!" he shouted. "Help! There's a wolf! Help!" Even the sheep ran away. This time, some villagers stayed at home. Those who ran up the slopes were hot and cross. "Where's the wolf?" they asked. "And are you sure you saw one? Why don't the sheep look more frightened? Are you playing tricks on us?" This time they did not stay long. As soon as they were satisfied there were no wolf, they started to back down the hill, grumbling and suspicious. They had to make sure all the sheep and goats were happy. No wolves hiding in the bushes. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little rabbits. climbed down the hill. The next day, the sheep were unsettled, running here and there, bleating noisily, "Baa, baa." The boy started across the pasture, trying to see what was wrong. All of a sudden, the hairs on the back of his neck stood up. There was a wolf, a real one. It was creeping towards the flock from the other side of the pasture. Ooh, these sheep look very scary. Quickly, the boy ran to the edge of the cliff and shouted to the villagers as loudly as he could. "Wolf! Wolf!" he yelled. "A real one this time! Help! Wolf!" But no one came. Some of the villagers turned to look up the hill, then shook their heads and went on with their jobs. The children carried on playing. The boy shouted again and again, but after a while, no one even turned to look. The boy rescued a tiny lamb from the wolf's jaws. He tried to frighten the beast away, but it was too big and too fierce. The sheep took to their heels and ran for their lives, up the hill and down dale. Only then did the wolf sling back into the woods, when there was no sheep left up on the hill. The boy hid in the bushes so the wolf couldn't see him. Exhausted and tearful, the boy climbed down from the pasture and trudged miserably into the village, carrying the baby lamb. "There was a wolf," he explained between sobs, "and it scared all the sheep, so they ran away. This little lamb is all I have left. Please believe me. I'm telling truth this time." Oh. The villagers took pity on the boy. "We thought you were playing tricks on us again," they explained. "Never mind. We'll help you to round up the sheep in the morning, but tell the truth in the future," they added, "or no one will trust you ever again." The end. I wonder if the boy has learned his lesson. Will he tell the truth next time, or will he lie? And I wonder if the wolf is coming back again. I guess I'll let you figure that out, and I'll see you at the next story.